Hello everyone, my name is Vikram and welcome to our channel. In this video, I will tell you two important things which you should always keep in your mind when you are going for any cybersecurity interview. The first thing is about how to drive your own cybersecurity interview. And second thing is about how to tackle scenario-based interview questions in cybersecurity interview. And this is requested by Afroz Ansari in my last video. And if you have something in your mind, please feel free to mention in the comment section and I will consider the topic in my upcoming video. So let's start the video with how can you drive your own security interview. Yes, it is possible. In my experience, I have faced many interviews in India as well as for foreign countries. And what I learned from those interviews, that we can drive and we can trick interviewer to ask something which we know very well. But how can we do that? I will tell you in this video. There are a few points on which you have to first work on. The first point is grab the correct opportunity. In my last video, I have told you about different job opportunities and various profiles and their demand in cybersecurity. If you haven't watched that video, I would suggest please watch it first and then decide your desired designation. So once you have selected your desired designation, then you have to prepare your resume according to the job description of your profile of interest. And make sure you are updating your resume with the mentioned job responsibility and skills and tools mentioned there. Because sometimes company prefers to hire skilled professionals who have hands-on and experience on specific tools like Nessus, Nexpose, Splunk, Logarithm, and most of the tools are free to use. You can download on your machine and can learn how to use these tools and can update your resume accordingly. By doing this, you are increasing the chance of your resume selection. And if your resume gets selected, that means you have almost grabbed the opportunity. Now you have to make sure you won't slap it off by working on second point. The second point is build your skills and don't mention anything which you don't know in your resume, because interviewer can randomly pick up something from your resume, and if you will fail to answer on that topic, on that thing, maybe it will not leave a good impression to the interviewer. So always mention those things on which you can speak up in the interview very well. Now the third point, last but not least, start with the things which you know very well. In 95% of the interview, I have been asked to start with tell me about yourself, and on my answer, they start picking up the more questions from there only. For example, if I say I'm responsible for monitoring and the investigation, that means I have prepared a bunch of questions from my answer only. How? Now they can ask what kind of the monitoring we are doing, what kind of the alerts we are monitoring, how we are doing the investigation. And further, on my answers, interviewer can pick up more questions. So do a rehearsal and make sure you have mentioned those things on which you can explain in the interview. Now I am coming to the second thing, how to handle scenario-based interview questions. This is the tricky part where interviewer can trick you to ask something, may can confuse you to give a wrong answer, and you can answer only on these questions if you have good understanding, experience and skills on which interview asks the question. For example, I would say interviewer can ask you something like you are working alone in the night shift and you have received an email from your manager to block a private IP address immediately. Now what your action will be? Now I will give you the 5 seconds to think about the answer and then I will give you the answer on this question. Okay, time's up. Now, before giving any answer, let's visualize the things in your mind first. Interviewer asks that you have received an email from your manager. Email can be spoof, or manager could checking our skills, or manager is serious, want to block a private IP address right now. Now, blocking a private IP address is not a security good practice, because private IP address may be assigned to a server to a machine dynamically. And if you are blocking a private IP address, there is no confirmation you are blocking a right communication or a correct communication. Because blocking in a private IP address will be on a security product, and maybe you block the private IP address for today and dynamically IP address change next day to another device. That means you can also block any other legitimate communication. So if there is anything malicious in your network, and instead of blocking an IP address, you have to suggest to your manager that we need to go by identifying the machine and disconnect that machine from the network instead of blocking that on the security products, because it can impact and this is not considered as a good practice. I hope you get the answer. And if you have still doubts, please feel free to mention in the comment section and I will help you to understand the situation. So, and as I mentioned, you need experience and skills to handle these questions. So if you wanted to enroll in our SOC Analyst version 2.0, please visit the website mentioned in the description and complete the registration. I hope you like this video. If you like it, please subscribe our channel and like the video and share with your friends. Thank you for watching this video.